opportunity for immortality, because they don't live a life of wisdom. They live a life of, like the brother said, basic beastly brute beast style pleasures and whatnot. You know, survival and pleasures, whatever else.
Time. For that which befalleth the sons of men, befalleth beast. Even one thing befalleth them. As the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yet they have all one breath, so that a man hath no prominence above a beast, for all is vanity.
So they were, it said they were made subject to vanity. The 2/3 undesirable, but the heathen as well, because the 2/3 are in the same mind state.
Brute beast.
Brute beasts. But the elect, the more excellent ministry, once we get the statute of laws and commandments, which is aka the breath of life in us, we have life eternal.
Hey, to a certain extent, like before we got the knowledge, before the breath came into us, we were like brute beasts.
Yep.
The lifestyles that we lived, the shit that we did, I'm pretty sure the darkest secrets that we all got, I'm sure you,
this life.
in this life, I'm sure you would want to, you know, you don't even want to think, you don't even want to talk about that. That's you know, that's crucified with Yahweh Shah, pretty much, you know. But hey, at one point in time, we were in that mindset as well. But the Lord, you know, delivered us from it.
We were carried away with these dumb idols.
Yeah, man. And even if you want to go a little further into the mentality, when the creation happened, and all the people were created on the 5th day, it wasn't until the 6th day that He gave us the moral standard and compass, before we understood how to live as man upon the earth. And that's why you know that the Israelites were the former of all things. So we showed all the rest of the people of the earth, as Adam, how to live the righteous way. Okay, how to live like men with understanding upon the earth.
Well, the angels that were creating the earth, you know, giving everything order, that was the, you know, first fruits. You know, Yahweh Shah and the first fruits created.
Those first Adamites, the sons of God. Right.
This is I can real quick. This is Psalms 73 and 20. It says, "As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image." And Esau, his image is to be a brute, you know, to be immoral, to be rebellious, no order. And we were made in the likeness and the image of the Most High, which deals with nothing but order, you know, righteousness. It says, verse 21, it says, "Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I and ignorant, I was as a beast before thee."
Yep.
So hey, when we was in the ways of this society, we were as beasts, following after the image of the beast, you know? Shaving your beard, shaving your facial hair off your face, eating swine, committing adultery, you know, worshiping Chesray,
or anything else.
all type of shit.
Following out the way of the heat.
Yeah. See?
It's like when you grow up in a neighborhood, right? You grow up in a neighborhood and you don't grow up with your pops. You just do what all the other neighborhood kids do. They don't have no guidance and they, you know,
Exactly.
they don't play no sports. They just sitting there just being hoodlums, right? But the one kid in the neighborhood that had a pops, they, like Boys in the Hood told the whole story, right? Trey was in subjection under his father. Little daddy worse than what he say? Little daddy, he worse than the boogeyman. Yeah. Always got you doing some shit. Yeah. You know, got him breaking and said, "No, I'm teaching you how to be responsible." Yeah. That's what the Most High is giving us. Okay.
And he said, "Hey, you see your friends across the street, they don't have that.
Yep.
You're gonna see how they end up."
Yep.
You know, because they didn't have no role model. They didn't have an image.
Nope.
Yeah.
Trey had an image which was his own father. They didn't have they really didn't have, the streets was their image.
Y'all want to go see a dead body? It's just wandering random beasts.
We going to the store.
Into-
I ain't got no money, so
It's
what?
a broader topic dealing with the image. That lets you know that the image that the scriptures is talking about, the image of the beast, isn't Caesar Borgia, man. That is the reflection, man. Because what an image go, like you were saying, he didn't have an image or something to look up to. He didn't have a reflection of how to act.
Yeah.
You know. So the same thing. Esau's the beast's image is what everything that Esau encapsulates, man. The way he acts, how he moves. You know. So what? The democracy, the witchcraft, the pharmaceutical industry, the destruction, the death, so on and so forth. That's all.
Homosexuality, lesbianism, equality, all Western culture.
Exactly.
Profanation.
Exactly. That's his image,
That's his
man.
image.
That's what he upholds.
And what is that way? In a nutshell, like a small phrase, it's anti-Messiah,
Mashiach.
anti-Hamashiach.
And also, I don't know if anybody ever looked up that word image in the etymology. If you actually look it up, it goes back to idea.
Yeah.
Because remember, your ideas start in images in your head.
Yep.
You get an idea from an image playing in your head. You know,
Can I go one step?
you found it.
Yeah, you go ahead.
His
I'm
image,
gonna step also.
piece of statuary, artificial representation. It
That's what
says
we're talking about.
image, likeness, figure, a reflection, his copy, his likeness, appearance, idea.
Idea, appearance, idea. Like this society is modeled or is a reflection of the ancient Greco-Roman Empire. That's why sports is so valued here. Partying, orgies, bread and circuses, entertainment, drinking all type of wine and alcohol until you get drunk out your mind. Gluttony, all that go back to that particular civilization. That was the fashion of that particular world. So this world is fashioned or mirrored after that particular world. That's how you know that this is that same beast coming back.
Built after the idea.
Built after the same idea going back then, which their idea was based off of ancient Egypt and ancient Canaan. And ancient Babylon. So like
Hamites.
Ham, all the Hamites and what they left behind. Their legacy, man.
He was a rejected son. Esau, the rejected son. Started looking at it like that.
Huh.
Misery love coming.
Hey, yeah, that's what they got in
Hey,
common.
but
They're
didn't Ham,
rejects.
in the story, didn't Ham was like, hey, come see Daddy naked. Come see.
And-
Black woman.
Hey, and also, who were the two main nations who actually founded and influenced the world to try to come together as one?
Yep. Babylon and
Nimrod, who was a Hamite, a Cushite,
Cushite, yeah.
and also Antiochus, which was an Edomite.
Yep.
They're
And then now,
those two nations are the top leading classes of people to rebel against the Most High.
the lowest classes of people too.
Yeah. You know?
If
They're the
Esau's
two
the
main-
basis of men,
Yeah.
Ham is one step up. Only because he got melanin. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're the two main nations that actually fully led the charge in a rebellion against the Creator. Man. You know?
When I read down the table of nations, under Ham was out of Cush came
Nimrod. Yeah.
Psalm 73 and 20. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image.
That's the spirit.
You just
I
read that.
Hey, I did that to you. Hey, that's the spirit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
Read it again.
yeah,
Read it again, bro.
it is.
Because like us, when we was in the world, we was basically in a dream, man. Didn't know anything about the Most High.
We're dead.
But since we've woken up, we're despising wickedness, basically. We're despising Esau's image, man. All his idols, all his philosophy he puts forth, upon people, man.
Hey, y'all ever have a dream where you doing some shit that you know you would have never done if you was conscious?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Like that, yeah.
You know, you had a dream where you was just going the hell off, and then when you woke up, you was like, oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I'm glad that was just a dream and shit, man. What the fuck was that, man? You know, that was Satan was messing with you in your sleep. Well, hey, that's how it was before we came into the truth. You know, we were taken captive by the will of Satan, man. And the Lord actually freed us from it. You know?
Got something? I guess he is.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 27:11. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly. You know,
Yeah.
us, keeping us, you know, keeping the way of the lamb, you know.
Yeah.
Not going back to our old vomit.
Go back to that. You don't want to go back to that.
Beastly state.
Yeah. Fall right back into that. Yeah.
Into that sunken place that we, you know, say sometimes. Hey, it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that that Esau wants us to be like Ham, because the Negroes called us Africans. Because he wants us to be
and fed us that Egyptology.
Fed it, bro.
The fathers of Egyptology are all Amalekites, not small hats.
France, Billy Champion.
Jean-Francois Champollion.
Yeah, Champion.
Also, Millville Herskovitz, and also Franz Boas. And a host of other ones too. But those are just the ones off the top, man. They're the ones that brought that into the school system. You know, going back to the poison of the damn serpent, man. That ruined our people, man. To this very day, they still think they black and African and Egyptian. You ain't got no relation to them other than the fact that you were just dwelling over there. All right. You was in the land of Ham. You was in the land of Ham when you was in captivity under Egyptians. That didn't mean that you was an Egyptian.
But they don't ever put that two and two together. And the way your pop said it was the coldest shit, bro. The coldest breakdown I ever heard about.
Hieroglyphics?
He said, he was like, so when you see people on them hieroglyphs, everybody in the hieroglyphs is dark skinned, right? Like, yeah. Okay, so what you see? Now see, you see people ruling and you see people working. They all look the same brown, but they're not the same people.
Right.
Who you see doing the same things as the people working over here? It was like, oh, you know, it just kind of clicked. Because you realize who built pyramids over here? That's the same people. You look in Central America, there's pyramids over here too. The same people. You say you take what they know, and then you ask them what they know, and once they tell you, then you show them what they don't know, and that's to link it together.
Yep.
You know, but they don't ever show you. They don't ever. You see, when they talk about who the Egyptians, they don't ever make that separation of the workers versus the rulers.
So they built their own. They built their own pyramid when they had slaves to do it, right?
And the Bible connects that history that there were slaves in there working and building all that up.
And so if these Hamites are so smart, why they don't come up with any innovative inventions now, right?
Why they ain't got nothing for the future?
They have nothing. It's like, okay, where's they? Well, obviously we know they don't have salt, but what do they bring forth?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and then
Lies?
the ones that they think are creative, those are jakes, man.
Right.
Those
Yeah.
are jakes from the west coast of Africa and other parts of that region. But those are Israelites. For example, they talk about a lot of them talk about the Nigerians that come over here in the school systems and become engineers and doctors. Them is jakes, man.
Yeah.
Them is Israelites.
No, good job.
Okay.
Yeah. You was holding on something?
No, I don't know what you would call it.
You got one to call right now?
Yeah, but you said you dropped it.
Yeah, because it kind of switched. What I was going to have him pull was going back to when we was talking about how when we woke up, it was like a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
There's Psalms 126 at the top. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream.
We were like them that dream. You see? Because now we're waking up to who we are, and now we're despising that old way, that old person that we used to be. Now we're in our right mind. You know, the Lord